Hey guys, welcome back to a new tutorial. So guys, hey, I almost wanted to stop while filming, but I didn't. So stick with me. Yeah, just keep on watching if you want to see me create this three magical green-eyed bedazzled look. Today I'm going to film a makeup look that was inspired, or that is inspired by a mask. Oh yes, here is the mask. I got to know this guy on Instagram, and his Instagram is jc_masks. Go follow him. I'm gonna put a link, or I'm gonna put a link in the description below to find his social media. And basically he makes masks. There are also some tiaras, but mainly masks. And this one, when I saw it on his profile, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool to actually be inspired by and create a makeup look. He has an Etsy shop as well. And I went there and bought this one for myself. So he basically was inspired himself by the Green Man. Read, Tom. Come on, you can do it. The Green Man is a legendary being, primarily interpreted as a symbol of rebirth, representing the cycle of new growth that occurs every spring. The Green Man is most commonly depicted in a sculpture or other representation of a face which is made of or completely surrounded by leaves. So today I want to create a nice green eye look. A green eye look. It's very hard to find a lot of greens in my eyeshadow palettes. I did find some in this Mama Mitchell palette, and I really love this formula, so I'm mainly going to use that. I think I'm going to use some glitter or some rhinestones. Also around the eyes. The skin, I basically, for the longest time, I wanted to do a, wow, this is totally not visible at all. So I want to create some kind of a greenish eye look that's focused on a kind of a sad design, the sad eyes looking like a droopy eye looking. And then the skin I want to do in nudes and browns, and want to try and create some kind of a wood structure on my face. Hopefully this will actually work. I'm going to shave off my brows. I'll be back in a second. All right, there you go. It took me more or less, I think, 20 to 25 minutes to block out my brows. First, I cleansed my brows, or de-oiled them, or got rid of all the oils in my brows and skin with a cotton pad and some isopropyl alcohol, and then I just layered layers on layers of Elmer's glue stick, washable glue stick, the purple one, because I bought a box of transparent ones and it's not working. It's okay. I still see some strange shadows, but it will do. And I'm going to prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot, Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Groundwork, and I'm using a flat brush to apply this product. I'm also going to take a synthetic blender, and I'm just going to slack on this primer. So I'm going to do the middle part, and I'm just going to try and blend, because if you block your brow and you do it with this technique, it's not always easy to kind of blend colors together, because you do get a lot of texture from the glue. So sometimes it's, even if you try to blend out a cream product, sometimes it's a good idea to just like blend out first a little bit and then just more make this stamping motion, so the brush will pick up the cream eyeshadow and just replace it. And like this, you can also try to blend as good as possible. All right, next I'm going to start immediately with my my smoothing shadow. This is the 1.6 from My Kit Co, and I'm going to go in the darkest green shadow Here I'm using the Mardi. This is a matte, kind of a mossy green. So I wanted to create this kind of a shape. So basically I'm going to start here and just go down. First I'm going to try and sketch out the shape, my desired shape. It's going to be a little bit more theatrical. Oh, I already look a little bit droopy. Try and work as symmetrical as possible. Also, don't be afraid to really go into the product, because we are going for like a big eye look, and you will need a lot of product. I'm also going to darken out the outer corners and the inner corners of my eyes just with the same color. Just pick up some color out of the palette and just build up the color. So kind of stamping motions. But be sure to like leave out this kind of a shape in the middle part of your eyes, because we're gonna fill in this blank part later. Just have the feeling that this one is a little bit higher than that one. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Okay, so then I'm going to take a tissue and wipe off the excess or the product off of my brush. And with a really soft hand and with the tip of the brush, I'm just going to gently try and buff out the green as good as possible without destroying the glue on the brow. Just really gentle motions. And in order to really get this droopy look, you really need to lift and blend out this part a lot higher than this point. This is my blending shadow. This one is a lot more softer. This is actually going to do the work itself. I just need to place my brush on my skin and just turn around. Just take your time if you're blending. Shmoney is like this bright green. Just don't take a lot of product to start with. And I'm just going to apply this on the edges of the darker green to try and create some kind of gradient. And then we're going to blend again with the bigger brush. Oh, I forgot to say, after I did the glue on my brows, the Elmer's glue stick, I did a lot of powder. I used the Kryolan translucent powder. This is in TL1. It's a really big jar because I do need a lot of powder in my life. I also did a full coverage liquid concealer like I used in my last video. This is the Power Fabric by Giorgio Armani. This is in the 5.0. And after this, I set the concealer with a more refined powder. This is the Celestial Veil in translucent light. So it's like a yellowish transparent powder. And this will kind of help you blend out your shadows even better. Don't work like just on top of your eyeshadow, on top of your concealer, and expect your eyeshadows to blend out. You do need like a base powder underneath your eyeshadows, especially on the parts where there's glue and concealer. After this, I'm going to take the Power Fabric concealer, and I'm just going to take a lot of the product on my hand, on the back of my hand, or you can do it also on a palette. And here I'm going to use the P. Louise Acid Rain. There's no number on it, but it's the yellow one. It's just a synthetic brush, and I'm just gonna apply a lot of the product on the two sides of the brush. And I'm going to sketch out this middle part. Just make sure you have enough product on your brush when you go in with the brush. When I'm applying this concealer, this will stay wet until I really powder, because I'm using a lot of the concealer on the eyelid right now. I'm trying to hold up my chin so that I don't look down and that the shape of the concealer is totally destroyed. I'm going in with the same, my smoothing shadow and the green, bright green eyeshadow, and just gonna stamp on and pack on this eyeshadow. And you also have to like look at my mouth, because I'm like, it's really necessary to make this kind of a movement when you do this, just for the sake of the video. And then you can all take nice screenshots of myself and tag me on Instagram. So there you go. First, I'm going to prime with the paint pot as well. I'm not sure what kind of shape or that I will go for, but I guess it will be something like this. I'm really curious how this will turn out. And I'm just going to go in with this darker green and the same brush. And I don't want this to be too clean. I will add a little bit of bright green underneath in the middle part of my lower lash line. I'm gonna take the more cleaner brush and just, I want it to be like blended, but I don't have the skin on yet, so it's probably something that I will need to fix when I'm on my skin. I'm just gonna add a little dot right here. There you go. So this is kind of the base eye look. I will add a lot of rhinestones. I will add a lot of rhinestones when it's like when the skin is done, and I will also add lashes. So I'm just gonna line my bottom lash line with a black pencil, and I'm going to line my top lash line with the eyeliner from House Laboratories. I'm just gonna apply a thin like a liner just to where I'm going to put my lashes. Let's move on to the skin. I have a lot of P. Louise base colors. I bought this vault with all of these colors. I think I have like 12. So I'm going to start with the lightest shade and add some kind of a highlights to my skin. I will just go here, and when I'm going to apply this, I'm going to kind of drag this down, and I'm going to do this with all different shades just to like mimic this kind of lines in my skin. I will blend the colors together afterwards, but to start with, I just want to like create this kind of a shape. I am going to blend this with the green eyeshadow and probably add a little bit of green eyeshadow later on. I'm going to do this for the under eye area as well. And it's all right because I did want to have like this kind of a faded look underneath. This kind of dries really fast, so I don't know. All right, so then I'm going to go into the next color, and this is the Rumor 03. I can even use like a stippling brush. This will probably already give this kind of a streaky effect. It has to have like a lot of texture. I'm going to add lines after. It's kind of blending into the skin in a way, so then I'm going to go in with the Rumor 007, and I'm just going to take the same stippling brush. This is kind of the base. I'm going to add a lot of black and dark brown lines afterward. And then I have the darkest color, and this is in the Rumor 11. And I'm going to use this one to add a lot of shadow, just to like enhance the streaky effect a little bit. What am I doing? This is, I don't know if it's going to... Don't give up. There's always a state where the makeup looks really terrible. And right now I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Is this blackface? Shit, I'm really like blackfacing my... No, I'm not. Imagine people. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore the fact that I just wanted to quit my video because I think it really... The skin, I don't know. Right now, I don't know if it's going to turn out like... If it's going to turn out any good. But let's just ignore my disbelief and just start to add some lines. I'm going to take a black... This is the brow liner. It's in dark chocolate black. And I'm going to take a synthetic angled brush. Just gonna add color to both sides of the brush, so we got like this fine lined brush. And I'm just going to basically like irregular lines I'm going to follow the shape of my face, but I'm not going to talk while I do it because otherwise it's going to be destroyed. I'm not going to put too many brown lines because I am going to add a lot of black as well. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to the black eyeliner. This is just like a creamy black eyeliner, gel liner. It already looks a lot better with the lines on, so I just need to put a lot of work in that. What do you think, guys? Does it look like wood or... because, I don't know. Probably on the picture it will look really cool, but right now, I'm not sure. It's okay. I think we're kind of managed to kind of create some wood texture, no? Only the eyes need just like a little bit of magic more because now it's je ne sais quoi. I am going to spray some black here, like a faded black probably, or maybe gold. Or should I just leave it like this and just pull the lines? Like, maybe, yeah. I need a break. Okay, good. So I think I'm going to stop with the design. I think I'm kind of satisfied with it. It looks like wood. I probably, next time, if I would do this, I would probably add, my skin, I would make it a lot lighter, just so the lines actually stand out a lot more. It's okay now, but I think if I'm going to edit my photos, I'm probably gonna make my skin a little bit lighter or maybe less red, because a tree is normally not that kind of a reddish brown, but more like a gray brown. But still, I kind of look like Pinocchio. So let's proceed and add some rhinestones. Let's just bedazzle my eyes. And after this, I'm going to add some lashes. I'm just gonna apply it by just adding a little bit of glue to the rhinestones. Just gonna pick up the rhinestone itself and just add a little bit of the lash glue. And I'm just gonna stick it to my skin. This is probably gonna take a while. The goal is to get all of the rhinestones on your face and on your pants. To complete the look, I'm going to curl my lashes, pop on some false eyelashes, and I'll be right back with the finished result. There you go, this is the end result. So I'm okay, I'm satisfied. I often use my sprays. You could think this is probably like a airbrush. It's kind of the same thing. It's a liquid paint that you just spray. It's normally meant for wigs and hair, but you can also spray it on your body and whatever. And what this does is if you add a lot of black or just like a dark color around your face, your makeup itself will stand out a lot more. And of course, because I wanted to create this kind of a fairy tale-ish kind of feel, I also added a sparkling effect for hair and clothing, but I just sprayed it like on top of the green, so it's not like a total black. And I'm pretty sure on camera it will also reflect a little bit more. So this is it. Let me know what you feel in the comments below. Are there things that I should have done differently? Do you have any tips for me? And overall, what do you think about the end result? Also, go check out my Instagram. My husband Glenn is going to take some pictures, and I'm also going to post them on my Instagram. So go check out my Instagram at TomVMakeup and give it some love if you like the look, of course. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want me to do more looks, because the more followers I get, the more I'm motivated to kind of put myself out there and share some things with you guys. You can also leave some comments if you want to see me do a certain or particular or specific look that you want to see, or is there some kind of a technique. It can be about beauty makeup, but it can also be about some kind of a crazy magical tree kind of look. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.
I'm working for a living. I'm working for a living. I'm working for a living, and it's turning me cold. I'm working for a living.
Okay, I'm just gonna ignore the fact that I just wanted to quit my video because I think it really, the skin, I don't know. Right now, I don't know if it's going to turn out any good. But let's just ignore my disbelief and just start to add some lines. What do you think, guys? Does it look like wood or, because, I don't know. The goal is to get all of the rhinestones on your face and not on your pants. There you go, this is the end result.
And it's turning